Welcome to the MapleMoney Show, the podcast that helps Canadians improve their personal finances to create lasting financial freedom. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the MapleMoney Show. I want to take a few minutes this episode to just talk about what you can expect going forward, when we'll be on, how often, what the show is going to be like. So first off, the goal of this podcast is pretty much the same as with the website, is to improve the personal finances of Canadians. And I think there's 4 cornerstones that really help us do that, where we try to show you how to make money, how to save money, how to invest your money, and how to spend your money wisely in a way that helps you create lasting financial freedom. To break that down a little bit for you, when it comes to make money topics, we might be looking at how to make money from home, how to improve your career, how to start a business. When it comes to saving money, we might look at things like frugal living, paying off your debt, tax optimization, different banking services. And then under investing money, that's a little more straightforward. It's where all the acronyms are, your RRSP, your TFSA, your RESP. Do you want to invest in stocks or ETFs, or how about robo-advisors? And then when it comes to spending money, this is when you kind of have a better handle on the first 3 already. And then you can look at things like credit card rewards, loyalty programs, different mortgage information, information about insurance, some travel tips. So my goal is to cover all of that. And to do that, I want to bring on different experts on these topics, not just relying on my sort of education in it or opinion or anything. I want to bring on the experts. So to do that, we're going to look at talking to a lot of Canadian bloggers, authors, journalists, especially podcasters. We'll go outside of Canada too for certain experts, but it'll always be topics that are focused on Canadian personal finance. So even when we have someone from somewhere else, it's still going to be a show that applies to you here in Canada. A bit about me. My name's Tom Drake. Back in 2008, we got married. We're about to have a baby on the way, and then we were looking at buying a house. This all happened in about a 6-month span, and that really caused me to really improve how I want to handle my money. So I started really thinking about personal finance, really eating up all the information that was out there. I read 6 different blogs at the time. I was reading every book possible from the library, and all of this kind of came together and giving me this bit of all this information in my head. I started to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and put it together and come up with my own ideas around personal finance. So I decided to start in 2009 what was at the time Canadian Finance Blog. Now since then, we've rebranded to MapleMoney. So back in 2009, I was just starting to finish up a bit of debt payoff. Nothing major. I don't have a big debt payoff story, but I did have quite a spending issue. I'd make the money, I'd spend the money. I wasn't really saving or investing. So it was good to get my finances in order. And during that time, as I was dealing with this, is when I started the blog. And in that time, nearly a decade later, we've been able to help millions of Canadians with their personal finances, which has been really nice and humbling to be able to help everybody. Well, at the time dealing with my own finances, and I'm still learning new things. There's always new items. Like I talked about things like robo-advisors, or there's new ETFs, and there's always something new. There's new nuances in the tax code, and there's always something to learn, even when you've been doing personal finance for over a decade. So what's the show going to look like? The goal is that we're going to go for a 30-minute episode once a week. It's going to publish on Wednesday, and it's going to cover one specific topic. It's shorter than some other podcasts, and the goal there is that we're going to focus in on one topic, so you can listen to that topic. You can hear what the expert has to say, and if it applies to your personal finances, you can kind of act on that week. That can be your one goal that week. Something that you're gonna listen on Wednesday, and you're gonna focus on it and see if you can improve that section of your personal finances until the next episode comes out next week. So to find the show every week, you can catch us on iTunes, Stitcher, video version on YouTube, basically anywhere that you're used to listening to podcasts or watching video. We're going to try to be everywhere. To find us, the easiest way right now is just maplemoney.com/show. And that will sort of be the landing page for the podcast. You'll find all the episodes there. You can just listen to them from the site, or you can go to your favorite app and subscribe. If I could ask a favor, what I'd love for you to do this week is to subscribe wherever you most prefer to hear the show. If you want to hear the show over on iTunes, hit subscribe there. If you want to watch video, go over to YouTube, hit subscribe. And finally, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next week when we'll get into our regular format of tackling a different personal finance topic to help you create that lasting financial freedom.